Deborah. Today I want to talk about the COVID-19. I want to tell you my symptoms, okay? I had a headache for 2 weeks or more. It would not go away. Even when I took any kind of medication, it would not go away. I had congestion. I had to take Mucinex every night. I had diarrhea. I had severe fatigue. I mean, to the point where I couldn't get out of the bed or get out of the chair. And I had, let's see, what else did I have? Oh, upset stomach. And I had a dry cough. Now, my temperature never got above 99. And after all of this, they come to find out that you don't have to have symptoms to have it, okay? You don't have to have a temperature. I had some other symptoms, but I can't think of them at the moment. So, because I'm an essential worker, I found out that the CARES Act that Donald Trump or Congress passed, they can pay you for the time you were out. Now, here's the clincher. You don't have to be diagnosed with the virus. You just have to be symptomatic. And I was symptomatic. So if you lost time from work, it doesn't matter what kind of job. It doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur, sole proprietor, you know, whatever. You can get this. Yeah, you can get this. You need to read the CARES Act really carefully. And so I think I told you this a couple weeks ago, but I called in sick one day, and then I just was going to let it just, you know, fester out or go away. I thought I'd be better the next day. And then when my boss found out I called out, she goes, you need to go to the doctor. So I did. And I made an appointment for like 2 days later. And when the doctor found out my symptoms, he says, don't you dare come in. Don't come in. You stay home and quarantine. So, yeah, you can get pay if you lost work. Now, this is the thing. I just went back to the doctor last week, and I asked him if he could then test me, see if I had the virus, and he goes, no. We are very limited with the tests. We're not going to test you. I'm sorry. But he said soon he'll be able to test me for the antibodies, which would prove that I did have it. But this is the point of this video. You don't have to have been tested and proven to have it. You just have to be symptomatic. And so if you do read the CARES Act very carefully, you'll see what I mean. So how have I been coping? Well, the lockdown has caused me to gain weight because I can't really go do anything, you know. Yeah, it's because you're so sedentary. I think that's the word. You're not, you know, going out and doing anything, or so yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be gaining weight, and it's going to be tough to drop it. But I think once all these restrictions are lifted, people are going to be celebrating in the streets. I can tell you that. A lot of people now are fighting whether or not they want to wear a mask or not. A lot of businesses are remaining open, even though they're not supposed to. So it's going to get a little worse, I do believe. And as far as I know, nobody in my family has it, but I don't invite them over, and they don't invite me because that's just too risky. Now, I just found out today that if you've ever had Lyme disease is what it's called, and the fact that I'm high risk, over 65, and that it could be detrimental to someone like me. So I had Lyme, I guess about 8 years ago, and it was not nice. I would not want to relive that 30 days ever. within hours of pulling teeny deer ticks, or no bigger than a thing of pepper, just a speck. I pulled like 6 of them off of my stomach because I was target practicing with the guys at Pax Naval Base, and I was laying down with a sight, and I actually hit the bullseye every time. Those guys got so mad, they put their weapons in their truck and tucked their tail between their legs and left, okay? So that's why I caught them, because they were kind of prevalent in Maryland. So I immediately got the bullseye. Within hours, my stomach swelled up to it looked like I was 7 months pregnant. It was that bad. Itched worse than any poison ivy I've ever had. And believe me, I've had a lot of poison ivy. So the next day, I immediately went to my doctor's and I told him. I didn't ask him. I told him. I said, I want the doxycycline. And so he put me on it for 2 weeks, and I was still not better. So then I went back, and he gave me 2 weeks more. And then my body started fighting the doxycycline. So then that's when I knew I could get off of it, because then the antibiotics was now doing some strange things to me. But I actually did a video of me sitting on my back porch where I lived, and when I was really sick, and I put it on Facebook, and my family said, take it off, take it off. They were embarrassed for me, but I just wanted to get the word out there about Lyme, and it affected every part of my body. It was awful. So yeah, I was high risk, and I'm glad that my doctor told me to stay home. And I will get paid for those 2 weeks. So check out the CARES Act, okay, everyone? Thank you for listening. Bye.